Hi, it's Danielle from the blog warmwithtime.com, where I help you design a home full of vintage charm. And in today's video, I want to share with you how to make your own outdoor waterproof pillow covers for all of your outdoor spaces. So I'm working on making over my front porch just to get it ready for spring and summer. And one way I love to add a cozy element to my outdoor spaces is to add throw pillows. However, when I'm looking for outdoor throw pillows in particular, I just don't see a lot of options out there ready to go and pre-made. Just the colors aren't right, they're not really my style, and so therefore I really like to make my own pillow covers because I can make these waterproof and durable for the seasons, but also the fabric is customized to my decorating preference. And so in today's video, I want to share with you how I make these outdoor pillow covers in just about 10 to 15 minutes and only use 3 basic supplies. So the first thing you're gonna need is, of course, a pillow insert, and this is a waterproof outdoor pillow insert that is specifically made to be waterproof. I picked this one up from Amazon.com, and this is an 18 by 18 outdoor waterproof pillow insert. This one has a very thick outer fabric that is made to be water wicking and waterproof, as well as a poly filling to be mold resistant. If you want to know which one I used, I'll leave a link in the description down below. And the second thing you're going to need is just some fabric of your choosing. This is a ticking stripe fabric that I picked up from Walmart. I love using ticking stripe in farmhouse decorating as well as just spring and summer in general. Something about the simple stripes is just really appealing to me, so that's why I'm using this one. This particular ticking stripe fabric is not necessarily advertised as being an outdoor fabric, but if you could come into my house and feel it, it's very like plasticky and stiff, which feels exactly like outdoor pillows like you see at Walmart or Target already pre-made. This is the exact same feeling. So it's going to be perfect for outdoor cushions. I'll leave a link to this exact fabric in the description box below. And the last thing you're going to need is just some basic sewing supplies. So if you want to do this project by hand stitching, you just need a needle and thread. If you want to go a little bit faster, I recommend using just a basic beginner sewing machine. This is my absolute favorite. It's not complicated, it's not fancy, it's super easy and beginner friendly. You're also going to need some pins and fabric scissors and an iron. And then you're going to be ready to go, and we'll go ahead and get started. So the first step is to cut out a square for the front of your pillow cover. So I'm making an 18 by 18 inch pillow, so therefore I'm going to cut out an 18 by 18 inch square piece. When I'm making pillow covers, I don't like to add any seam allowance to my square front just because I want the pillow to look as full as possible, and therefore I just make it a little bit smaller than it technically will be. So after we add seam allowance, our pillow will truly end up being 17.5 by 17.5. After we have the front of our fabric all cut out, now we need to cut out the back pieces. Since I'm creating an envelope style pillow in this tutorial, that way the pillow can be removed, I'm going to create 2 flaps that will overlap in the back so that you can slip the pillow in and out of. So for my pillow, I cut out 2 18 by 13 inch pieces of fabric. This allowed the 2 pieces to overlap a couple of inches in the back and still allowed me to hem those raw edges. So if you're cutting out a different size pillow than me, just take the length of your pillow minus 5, and that will give you a good estimate. So once our fabric is all cut out, the next step I did was go ahead and just iron everything just to make sewing the pieces together a little bit easier. Then on the back pieces, I'm going to create a rolled hem on the back. That way the seams are all finished and we don't have any raw edges on our fabric. So to do this, I'm just using a 1/2 inch seam allowance, and using my seam gauge, I'm estimating a 1/2 inch all the way down the length of the fabric, and then using my iron to press the seam down. And then once I've rolled the fabric a 1/2 inch, then I roll it a second time. That will hide all of the raw edges inside the fold. And then I press it one more time and then pin everything down with some fabric pins. And now we're finally ready to go ahead and get started with sewing. So the first thing that I do is go ahead and sew down all of those rolled hems on the back pieces, just using a straight stitch on my sewing machine. Once we have the rolled hem sewed down, so now it's time to actually attach all the pieces together and create the pillow. So when you're attaching your pieces, make sure you're using right sides together. So if your fabric has a wrong side or a side you don't want showing, make sure you don't put those in the inside of the two pieces. You want to have your right sides together so that they're touching, and that way when you turn your pillow inside out, it will only show the right sides of the fabric. After everything is pinned in place, then just go ahead and stitch all the way around the perimeter of the pillow. It's always a good idea when you're starting out sewing to always back stitch by pulling the little lever down and then going backward a few stitches and then going forward a few stitches. This will create a knot within the thread. That way your stitching will be more protected over time. I would always do this as I'm starting a project and ending a project just to make sure the thread doesn't break over time. So we're almost done. The last thing we need to do is the most important step, and that is to make sure that we finish all of these raw edges around the perimeter of the pillow. If we were to wash this pillow after we use it for a few weeks, all of the thread would completely come out and unravel over time. So we need to protect the stitching and the hard work that we did. So a lot of people use a serger to do this, but if you don't have a serger like me, you can just use your sewing machine. Even a basic sewing machine can do a zigzag stitch. So find that stitch on your sewing machine and select it. And then just stitch all the way around the perimeter of the fabric, making sure to catch the raw edges in the zigzag stitch. Once you've done that, your pillow will look like this on the raw edges. And now anytime you need to wash your fabric, you don't have to worry about the thread unraveling. This is especially important for outdoor pillows. So definitely don't skip this step. So if you want to increase the waterproofness of your fabric even more, I picked up this Scotchgard Water Protect for fabric and just sprayed that on my pillows back and front, and this will make sure that the water beads up on the surface rather than sinking into the fabric. Just an extra layer of durability. And this is the final product. I absolutely love how these pillows came out. They added a cozy element that the front porch definitely needed. I love the fact that I was able to customize the fabric to fit my needs, and I can change it out with the seasons. If you are brand new to sewing, I definitely encourage you to give it a shot. I taught myself from watching YouTube videos, so I know if I can do it, you can do it too. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial and found it helpful and inspires you to create your own outdoor pillow covers. I hope that this video shows you how easy and simple it is to make your own pillow covers. And if you are new here to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. That way you can see more DIY projects that I post here on this channel. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.